My name is Silviya Gallo, and I teach GIS at Worcester Technical High School. I know, you might be wondering, what is GIS? Let's take a look. GIS stands for Geographic Information Systems. It lets us visualize, question, analyze, and interpret data to understand relationships, patterns, and trends. As you can see from this picture, we make maps. Not just regular maps though, we make pretty fancy, smart maps. You might be wondering, I've never heard of GIS, who uses it? Let me tell you, just about any area that you can think of, any industry you can think of is actually implementing GIS in some form nowadays. GIS is created through a lot of layers put on top of each other, and that allows us to ask questions and to analyze. What questions, you might be wondering? We could ask things like where, but we could go even further. We could ask what areas are most likely to have crime in the future. Not just now, but we could predict in the future. We could also explore things like what homes and businesses are in flood zones. How does GIS work? Let's take a look. The world around us is created through lots and lots of components that work together. They're interacted and intertwined in between. Well, we can take the real world and we can separate it into a list of layers that we can overlap on top of each other. For example, we can take a look at the land usage, elevation, parcels, streets, and customers, and pick each one of those items and recreate them through a different layer. That now allows us to ask questions and to dig deeper to make smart decisions. GIS is created through 5 different components. You are going to use hardware. In the program, you would be using a laptop that is able to run software so that you can learn our program. Of course, you will be using a lot of data, different lists of applications, and GIS could not function without the people behind it. As I mentioned earlier, GIS is used in every field possible. In the state of Maryland, our program is directly tied in with Homeland Security. So let's take a look. How exactly does the program work? You would be taking 4 different classes. In the first year, you take a course in Foundations of Homeland Security and Emergency Preparedness with Mr. Levy, who is a specialist in that field. After that, the next 3 courses would be with myself. We have 2 courses back to back in which you are going to learn the details of the software. You will be studying how to use the Esri ArcGIS software in components that are going to allow you to create online maps as well as physical maps. The last course that you take is either a capstone experience that you work on in the classroom, or you might have the chance of going out to an internship. In the program, students are going to learn a whole lot of technical details about the use of GIS. But in addition, I make sure that I teach students some soft skills as well. They will be working with adults, which will allow them to also build a pretty good resume. They will be creating presentations. They're going to learn how to share their results of studies with local stakeholders. They're also going to delve into a little bit of programming basics, and every day they will learn how to problem solve. GIS has such a bright future. There are so many different job opportunities, and as you can see from this slide, the lowest salary is $42,000. That is the entry salary of a teacher. You can earn a lot more money than that if you continue your study with GIS. There are at least 117 bachelor's degrees that you can choose to continue your study in the US. There are also a lot of grad level courses and programs. As a matter of fact, we're lucky. Right here at Salisbury University, you could enter and study the Master of Science in GIS Management, rated #1 in the country. So what are some experiences that students in the program have had? I've had a student that was an intern at Ocean City Police Department. In 10th grade, he was able to work side by side with Ocean City police officers and their crime analyst. I had another intern who worked with Ocean City Fire Marshal's office side by side, working with professionals while she was still in high school. She created a product that Ocean City Fire Marshal's office is going to use for years to come. We've also been able to tour and have a private lesson at Salisbury University by some of the professors there. We've had a lesson, few private lessons with different GIS specialists in the classroom as well, some in person, some over Zoom. I currently have an intern who will be starting in a brief few weeks with Maryland Coastal Base as well. This is a product that the student who interned at Ocean City Police Department created at the end of his study. He worked on a variety of exercises and projects, and he gained so many valuable skills that he is definitely looking forward to a future in crime analysis. This is the product of a Capstone Project from the students that completed the GIS program first. In this program, they were able to create a map, which is now posted on Worcester County Public Schools website. This map allowed for stakeholders to easily identify what school should their student go to. As you can see, I had 3 students working on the program: Taylor Barrett, Megan Cummings, and Jaden Johnstone. They created a product that solved a real problem for many people to use in the future. So what do you think? Are you ready to explore the world some more through the use of GIS? I would love to have you in my program. Make sure you apply for GIS if you're willing to work hard and learn more about GIS.
Hi, my name is Shelly Mason, and I'm one of the counselors here at Worcester Tech. By now, you've been introduced to 5 of our over 20 programs. We'd like to invite you to learn about the remaining programs at our website. There you'll find detailed information, course descriptions, and further instructor videos that will assist you on fully understanding what the Worcester Tech experience is all about. So what's next? Well, what we'd like to do is help you determine what pathway is for you. Maybe you've already done that, but most students don't have any idea which career direction they want to take. So this is such an important part of your educational process that we've actually provided a tool to help you do that on our website. So there you'll see a tab called Parent and Student Resources, and under that you'll see College and Career Planning. And there you'll find a planning exploration activity, and it's filled with tools and resources that will help you determine what parts of your personality and your interests and strengths match what careers. And then there's also research tools there where you can type in any career and it'll tell you anything you possibly want to know about that. So once you've done those activities there, you hopefully will have some clarity about the direction that you're going in. The next resource that's there is a tool called High School Planning, High School Course Planning Sheet. And what that will help you do is to keep your end goal in mind and use your high school experience and your plan of study to meet that goal. So hopefully you'll find those tools valuable. If you work through those tools and you find that one of our programs here at Worcester Tech are for you, we will be delighted. And then you're probably asking, so what do I do now? Well, registration for a course here at Worcester Tech is easy. If you're an 8th grader presently, there's a link and a QR code at the end of this presentation, and you'll utilize that. However, if you're presently a 9th grade, 10th grade, or an 11th grade student, you'll simply make your request on your course request sheet that your high school counselor will give you. Now, sometimes those requests are made through PowerSchool. and you'll do the same thing. You'll just choose those courses for that program. And then that summer we'll take care of the rest for you. So I hope this was helpful. Regardless of what pathway you choose to take, we here at Worcester Tech would be delighted to help you. Please feel free to reach out to us, and we wish you the best.